21 years later, the flags on Troy University's campus are being flown at half-mast to pay tribute and honor the nearly 3,000 lives lost during the September 11th attacks. On that day, at approximately 8 a.m., New York City's firefighters climbed the steps of the World Trade Center, some of them to never return to their families. But the city of Troy's first responders are paying tribute to their fallen brothers and sisters. One of the most solemn days of every year is the one in which we remember the deadly attacks of the Pentagon and World Trade Center in 2001. The youngest of the generations were either too young to vividly remember the attacks or were not yet born. But events like the 9/11 stadium climb keep that sacrifice made by first responders in remembrance.
We do it to pay our respects because it took a lot of bravery and courage to do what they did, so doing this helps us pay our respects to them.
Students and Troy first responders gathered at Veterans Memorial Stadium preparing to climb 110 flights of stairs, simulating the steps firefighters made to rescue survivors from the Twin Towers. A total of 343 fighters lost their lives during the attacks.
This climb is like memorializing all the firefighters and all other first responders that died on 9/11.
Even with some relief from the September sun, climbing so many steps is no easy feat, especially for those adorned in full gear.
What is it? Oh, it's brutal. Yeah.
But no matter the difficulty, these men and women remember the sacrifice these steps represent to keep themselves moving.
Just kind of remember those that went before and those have done it in previous years also.
Quite a few of Troy's firefighters arrived to help support their teammates, some of them even joining in on the climb to help push them further. Even though these men got to enjoy a Sunday morning with their closest colleagues, their recollection of the attacks continues to weigh heavy on their hearts.
I was in the Army and I was at home on leave, sleeping late, and my mom called me on the phone and woke me up and told me to turn the news on. You know, at first you didn't really know what was going on. After that second plane hit, you knew what was going on. You knew that things were about to change.
Over 2 decades later, firefighters and other first responders continue to remain affected by the tragedy of September 11th. For many of those in the force, they serve their community as protection from those dangers, understanding that tomorrow is never promised.
Think about all those people that got up and went to work that day and, you know, had no idea that that was going to be the last time they saw their family or spoke to their loved ones. And, you know, just, you know, you're not promised tomorrow. Spend every day, you know, like you mean it.